What's up guys, it's me itsVlad, and today we're going to talk about the unreleased items that were never in the shop in Gorilla Tag. These cosmetics were fully made in the game and they actually were in the game files, but for some reason Gorilla Tag decided not to release them, whether it be that too many cosmetics released within the update or these cosmetics didn't meet the quality standard that Gorilla Tag has set beforehand. I find that a lot of these cosmetics are extremely cool and should be possibly added into the game in the future. That's why I decided to make this video and showcase all of them to you guys, the person who's watching this video right now. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you still haven't, because I upload videos about Gorilla Tag daily, getting you guys the latest news, the latest information that you can find about the game. And let's get started. At cosmetic number 1, we have the mime cosmetic that was supposed to be released in some update, but actually was never released inside of the game. This cosmetic was found by Chivi and a leaker and a mod maker called Dev998, and this cosmetic introduced this creepy face. I find this cosmetic personally kind of on the creepy side, because you just see these eyes and you just see this smile, and it gives you those shivers when you're playing the game, especially on VR. Just imagine seeing this in the lobby, like just a random guy joins the lobby with you and he has this cosmetic on. I personally couldn't imagine that. There were also some textures that were leaked, which kind of look like what you see on the screen, which look pretty weird, but it looks like it's a suit of a mime, kind of just being as a texture inside of the game, nothing really crazy. And if you wanted to see, Snazzy Tuxedo actually has posted a full cosmetic and how it was supposed to look inside of the game on this picture right here. You guys could see this is the face. It has this kind of a French hat type of style thing, and it has these kind of little gloves on the bottom. And at number 2, we have the high-tech slingshot. This cosmetic was supposed to be released as a part of the first slingshot cosmetics that were in the game, but it was decided to not release because I believe there was a very similar cosmetic that released during Halloween, but in my opinion, this cosmetic looked really cool because you guys could notice it's not only just a slingshot, it's kind of like this stylish slingshot, and usually they have some effect when you're shooting. I don't know if this one has it or not, but this was found inside of the game files, and we are going to move to number 3. And number 3, we have this throwable squishy eyeball, and as you guys can see, this is pretty much just an eyeball that you have in your hands. It's nothing extraordinary, kind of just a cosmetic that you would overlook inside of the item shop, in my personal opinion, but it might be kind of a cool cosmetic if it was given away for free during Halloween. I find that kind of the vibe behind this cosmetic right here, and in my opinion, you know, I don't think it's like actually a bad cosmetic necessarily, but I don't know what you would do with it. It's a holdable arm cosmetic, so maybe like you could eat it as a candy or something for Halloween, but who knows at this point. At number 4, we have the stickable target, and this cosmetic was supposed to be released during the paintball update inside of Gorilla Tag, and as you guys might know, it was never released inside of the game. Initially, actually, this cosmetic was in the game and it was in the item shop as a placeholder for possibly the future cosmetics that would have been released, but I am not sure if it was like a placeholder to showcase that more cosmetics would release, or that, you know what I'm saying, this cosmetic would release in the future as a cosmetic of itself, because in my opinion, this just looks like something they would put on the wall and you would shoot, kind of like what we have with those paintball targets scattered around the maps, and I remember there was actually a PSVR 2 achievement to hit all of them, so, you know, just kind of a cool little thing right here. But this cosmetic cosmetic. Apparently, I've seen some modders actually wear it, and apparently it's wearable as an arm cosmetic. So it's like a holdable cosmetic. And this leads us to number 5, the Cold Monkey Sweater. If you guys are not familiar, the Cold Monkey Sweater actually was able to be purchasable using a glitch inside of the system, because Gorilla Tag actually was supposed to release this cosmetic during, I believe, the 2021 year of Gorilla Tag, or 2022, I don't remember, but the Gorilla Tag Christmas update, you guys might remember, the one that featured a bunch of different sweaters and gloves. This was initially a cosmetic that was supposed to release with the rest of the sweaters, but it was pulled last minute and actually never released in the shop, but players were able to buy it because Gorilla Tag forgot to actually remove it from the purchasable items. So using a glitch, you know what I'm saying, some workarounds, people were able to purchase this cosmetic, and some people actually own it to this day, which is kind of crazy because it never was released ever again. I would expect this cosmetic, because it's like fully playable cosmetic, you know what I'm saying, they might have just released it next year, but they decided not to for whatever reason, and this cosmetic just remains unreleased to this day, with a very few lucky people actually having it. And this leads us to number 6, I believe, number 6, yeah, the chewing gum. As you guys can see, the chewing gum cosmetic is actually I believe was supposed to be part of the back to school update, I believe so, one of those, and this cosmetic actually had an effect. If you kind of ate it, you had a balloon that actually kind of grew and popped, and it was just a very cool effect. And I believe the cosmetic was never really finished because it looked a little janky once you actually used it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to find a clip on YouTube of that, but I remember at the time people were talking about it. Maybe it was Cub or someone else, but yeah, this was supposed to be a cosmetic, definitely I remember it, but it never just got released as a cosmetic. And actually, an honorable mention, you guys might not remember this, but there were a cosmetic, or there were 2 cosmetics that were supposed to be kept unreleased but actually were released, and those were the fire extinguisher and the actual flamethrower. They had a separate update where they actually released those items, and those items were like a part of the separate whole thing, like kind of a war where you could like actually use a cosmetic to like pretty much ignite flame, and then they used other cosmetic to kind of like dispatch the flame, and it was just a cool little kind of event type of update. And I remember that one because those cosmetics were actually unreleased for about a year inside of the game files, so this just kind of proves that some of these cosmetics might be released in the future. Maybe they were here just for refinement, maybe they will not release, we kind of just don't know yet. And this leads us to the cosmetic number 7, called Thermometer. So if you guys don't know, Thermometer pretty much is kind of a thing that you use when you're kind of sick and cold, you know what I'm saying. Nowadays people use those like thermometers where they're like digital, you just put it next to your hand, and like it scans your like temperature using a laser. These were the OG ones, so you used to put them behind your arm, like in your armpit, and it just kind of measured your temperature. Or some of them actually you put in your mouth, and you just kind of like held it there for a while, and they gave you your temperature. But you know what I'm saying, this cosmetic, I'm not sure what the update it was supposed to come out, but it was supposed to come out, but was never really got to the final finish point of releasing into the store. And in my opinion, if it didn't do much, like it doesn't look like a cosmetic that you would really like enjoy like wearing. Maybe some people would, like I don't mind it being unreleased. Maybe Gorilla Tag just couldn't find like a reason to release it, but actually it was a bag playing cosmetic, so it was pretty much kind of huge, even though it kind of looks small. So who knows, maybe that was a cool one that we missed. Okay, at number 8 we have the actual Confetti Popper. If you guys don't know, the Confetti Popper is actually a cosmetic that I believe was supposed to release during one of the winter or Christmas updates, but I think it's similar to what we have with the fireworks inside of the game where you can shoot them. But this cosmetic just kind of like fled the way through and never kind of like came back to us. I don't know, man. I personally think that they could have done some cool stuff with it, but it would have been like just a one-time trick. Like, I never really wear the firework cosmetic, even though I think it looks cool. But I think this cosmetic was either what the firework was supposed to be, or maybe it kind of just like dwelled from the fireworks and evolved. Who knows, man? But this is number 8. At number 9, we have the toy rocket. This cosmetic actually I like in particular because it kind of reminds me of my dreams and hopes of the space update coming into the game. And for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying, this cosmetic just randomly got added into the game, maybe to troll me, you know what I'm saying, maybe to troll the other players, but it was in there. And they didn't do anything with it. It was like discovered by players using Utila, or not Utila, but Unity Explorer, and it just kind of like been kept in the files for the longest amount of time. I think it was in the cosmetic files for over a year already, so I don't know much that could be involved with this, but yeah, I think maybe it was supposed to be released with the arcade update, because you guys might know the arcade update actually had a bunch of different pretty much kind of like space themed like floor tiles and everything like that, but we just never got to that point, so who knows. At number, I think 9 or 10, I already lost, I think 10, yeah, I lost my count, guys. Microphone cosmetic. So if you guys don't know, the microphone cosmetic is supposed to be a cosmetic that you just kind of like were during the, I believe, Metropolis update. This was supposed to be released, but it just never got to that point, and the microphone cosmetic now remains as just a piece of lost media in Gorilla Tag that players kind of reminiscent about to this day. So let me know in the comments, guys, which was your favorite cosmetic. But before we end the video, we have the final unreleased cosmetic that we know of today, and it is this Zippy coffee is called. So this was a coffee which also was supposed to be released during the Metropolis update, but I believe either these cosmetics were broken or something wasn't up with them. But really, like maybe there are just too many cosmetics during the Metropolis update, because like these cosmetics make perfect sense to be released during the Metropolis update, but they just kind of kept them in the shade for the longest time. So yeah, you know what I'm saying, the Zippy coffee was supposed to be released. It kind of reminds me of the Grimace shake, and by the way, the microphone kind of reminds me of the microphone that got added to the city a while ago. I believe it was during the Pride update, so maybe that's where it got integrated. Instead of being a cosmetic, they just added it as a texture. And Zippy coffee was maybe the Grimace shake, so who knows, man, or maybe it was a reskin of that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the cosmetics we really know of to this day. Let me know in the comments, what are your favorite cosmetics? My personal favorite is definitely the toy rocket, and definitely probably the unreleased sweater, because I just kind of loved it. In my opinion, the unreleased sweater is kind of just a sample of the unreleased cosmetics, because it's like, I feel like it's the most popular one, because Gorilla Tag literally made a mistake that players were able to buy this cosmetic at the time, just not through the shop, but using like a glitch or so. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, that's pretty much it. Now, thank you everyone who's watching the video. As I said before, you know what I'm saying, drop a like if you want to, subscribe if you still haven't. We're almost at 350k, and yeah, just kind of like a chill video right here. Like I'm gonna be honest, guys, you know what I'm saying, not much stuff is going on in Gorilla Tag, but yeah, trying to find the best I can for y'all. So see you guys in the next one. Peace.